Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Igbo Land News. Some stakeholders and concerned individuals are calling on Anambra State Governor Charles Soludo to launch an investigation. And the target of the probe is the Onitsha South Local Government Chairman. The allegation is a massive 3 billion naira extortion racket involving traders in Onitsha market. This is currently trending now. According to the report by Sahara, traders in major market in Onitsha are allegedly being forced to pay illegal levies and fees. These collections are claimed to be unauthorized, systematic, and possibly it is running into billions of naira to the tune of 3 billion naira. And the situation is described as an extortion, meaning money is allegedly being collected through pressure or coercion. Wayo. That is what is happening. The alarm has been raised. And here are the people who raised this alarm. A concerned figure named in the report and affected stakeholders, people who were affected. They are urging the governor, Soludo biko botara yourself nyamaka. Step in urgently. Say the traders are suffering financially. Can you imagine? And they are warning that the issue could damage trust in the government if ignored. Soludo batal hosem enyamaka. Note, this is currently an allegation, not yet proven in court. Nobody had been officially convicted. So the demand is for Soludo investigate for the sake of transparency, possibly disciplinary or legal action if confirmed. As governor. Let me explain this plainly. People are saying market traders in Onitsha are being forced, they are being pressured to pay some illegal fees, and the money involved is very big, up to 3 billion naira. So now they are calling on the governor, Soludo batara yose nyamaka. What is really going on? Come and help us look into this and stop where this is a big issue. Onitsha market, as you already know, is among the largest commercial hub in West Africa, and any illegal charges can increase cost of goods and hurt small traders and create tension between government and citizens. So there's something important to note. This report is from a side. We will garner other reports. This is just from a side. The council chairman of government we don't know what will happen until we hear from the other side. But this is enough for the governor to at least look into it. Yes. Call the people involved and, let's know what is happening. Now, let's get to the next story. Remember, this is Igbo Land News. Going to Abia State, Governor Alex Otti says Abia State is planning to exit Nigeria's national electricity grid. Nyawuna, no gadeha anya ife a na-akpọ NEPA ma AEDC ma afọ ọfụ na onwere. Pam, oya aduzi na Abia. Abia na-enyezi onwe ha ọkụ. That is what they are saying. Let me tell you what is happening. Abia is building its own independent power system. You already know that some part of Abia does not rely on NEPA. So the plan is centered around geometric power. Geometric power in Abia. And current power, about 141 megawatts geometric power supplies. Now, incoming upgrade, it will need to add 125 megawatts gas turbine. Total expected is 226 megawatts. The amount is enough to power Aba, Umuahia, and nearby areas. And the way they are doing it now, it was they will have even more to sell. They can give some other nearby communities or states outside Abia. That's the level Abia is going now. And somebody, now let me tell you what has already started. 8 local governments, Aba ring fence has already detached from the national grid. To tell you about Not like politicians promise. No, 8 local governments are not with NEPA again. No. 8 local governments, and there are about 8 remaining local governments. Once they are done, there are 8 local governments already relying on geometric power. So the state is now working to disconnect the remaining 8 local governments, and Abia State is totally out of. And it's possible. Here is a special case, Abia State University. It just got power restored after 13 years of blackout. Hell, a university suffering 13 years of blackout. A 15 megawatts independent power project is coming. When completed, the school may also leave the national grid completely. Onye ọwụna, ife ọwụna dị na-abịa gbogbo tigbo ịgbakote hancha na-apụ national grid. Okay, my friend, as a national grid, yeah, NEPA. Connection NEPA ji enye ọkụ na steeti. As NEPA, kwalungwongwo gị pụwa. Anyị nweziri nke anyị. That is what is happening. Let me break it down simply. Abia State is saying, we are tired of waiting for national grid. The national grid light. We want to generate our own electricity and control it ourselves. And let me tell you, that is a big deal. If this works, stable light possible 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and imagine how many days month and business in Aba may grow faster because almost every business relies on electricity. And Abia could even sell electricity to other areas. And Anambra say so Abia na elese na oku imo. Una na akwuzi ha ugwo ha wuru nepa unu. But here is an important detail people may miss. Governor Otti also said, government will not subsidize electricity. It will not be subsidized. He claimed it will be cheaper in the long run. Cheaper because power will be stable. So when it's stable, your power bank again, I are stable now. There is a way he will not subsidize it, but somehow, meaning people may pay directly, but no more light frustration. When the light is stable, the explore. Operator na chi me video kita. Mbia kita akume ji me video ade hon na echene percent. Mbe ha je wo talk. But there's a real implication. The move is very strategic. It quietly challenged Nigeria's centralized power system. If it is successful, other states like Lagos, Rivers, Kano, Anambra may follow the same path. This could change how electricity works in Nigeria completely. Let it change, it's a good thing. Abia is not fully out yet, but when somebody has done 8 local governments, it is so it shows it is possible. 8 local government remaining 8 is like half and half. I don't doubt it. And success depends on completing the turbine upgrade, managing distribution properly. Other easy manner. When you see stable light, you achieve more with electricity. Yes, you achieve more. It might be costly, but it is stable. You explore other things because you not allow it to be wasted. It's what I said. Now I'm going to Ebonyi State. Something happened. This one, I don't like this one. What happened in Ebonyi? Gunmen attacked and killed a traditional ruler in Ebonyi State. Ebonyi Ogene. Hey, the incident happened inside his palace at night. They went to his house and killed him. The monarch was identified as His Royal Highness Eze Jehoshaphat Ikegwu. Where it happened, Ishinkwo community, Onitsha local government area, Ebonyi State, Nigeria. That is where it happened. And how did the attack happen? According to reports, the attackers came at night under darkness. When they fired through a window. They forced their way into the palace. The monarch was then shot at close range inside his bedroom, reportedly in the presence of his wife. Oh, and here's what people are saying. Residents describe the attack as shocking and terrifying. And the incident has caused panic in the community, fear over worsening insecurity. Government and the police say the local government chairman confirmed the killing, and police say investigation has started. Okay, man, and the police. I hope those involved will be apprehended. So security agencies have been deployed to find the attackers and to restore calm, or else they will get in obodo. Meanwhile, this is not an isolated case. Reports say about 5 traditional rulers have been killed in Ebonyi recently. Not as in, it's been long. Ofu. About 5 traditional rulers. As a Hajebueze traditional rulers. And what this is showing, a pattern of targeted attacks on monarchs. Let me break it down again. Gunmen entered a king's palace at night and shot him inside his room and escaped. Now people are afraid because this is not the first time such a thing is happening in Ebonyi. Asi agba ofu oto na gini nwa, agba nke bụ oto na gini nwa, agba nke to onya maka apezere gini nwa. Nke a na agbago nke ise, ebugo ise, nke a nke isi. And why this is very serious, traditional rulers are like community leaders, custodians of culture. Attacking them means direct attack on the community structure. It means insecurity. Ebonyi, work on your security. A respected monarch has been killed inside his own palace, and police are investigating, but the repeated killing raised serious security situation in Igbo. Now, driving to Imo State, this particular one is a good news. Yes, I like to hear things like this. This is the kind of things I like to hear, not murder, tragedy. No, this one is good. Now, Paul Onwasho, a super ego striker, is building a modern health center in his hometown. The project is worth about $450,000. Hey, over 600 million naira. What do you? When they call it health center, as if it's small, this is a very big project. Some people will be asking, where is his village? Ebe in Imo State. Amakohia community. Owerri West, Imo State. That is where it comes from. Let's tell you about what this project includes. When completed, the health center will have consultation rooms. Even the doctor now forgot say, fully equipped laboratory. Pharmacy, everything. Basic emergency care units. Qualified medical staff for operations. Now, why is he doing this? He's from there, I know. But that area has poor access to quality health care. So many residents are struggling to get proper treatment nearby. So the project is meant to close the health care gap. But if I kind of like, I want to cano, only our footballer. I want to cano one call that if I'm an abeha. Mbona Alo Heart Foundation. I want to Imo State called. Madam, I am the project is still in early construction stage. By God's grace, I finish here. Work has started during his recent visit to Nigeria. Breaking it down again for, clarity. Onwashu saw the people in his village don't have good hospitals. So instead of waiting for government, he used his own money to build one. Or if I in a church. Why this is a big deal? Rural communities often travel long distance for them to get treatment, medical care. You imagine how far you will go. But this time, And many lives are lost due to lack of quick care. But with this, by God's grace, if completed, the project can save lives, create jobs, doctors, nurse, staffs, and it will reduce pressure on bigger hospitals. When I can kill bigger hospital, because ebe a eji ife dịka 600 million no nka, and hospital ya can as bigger hospital. And this move is sending a strong signal. Some Nigerian celebrities are now moving from talk and real community impact. Talk na do kaina chozikita. And this also raises a serious question. If one footballer can build a hospital, what are politicians doing with public funds? Politicians. A Nigerian football star is investing in real development at home. If completed well, this could become life-changing project for the community. Kanjiro hera akupolo ọnụ ashu aka ka we na emechi ọnụ ashu. This is for you. Dalo. Eba ka na-ekpose. This is where we round up on today's Igbo Land News. Ngwano. Unu chọkwa itinyela anyị advert ka anyị na-emelo na advert. Ngwano. Ọtụrụ m contact me. Edo serious contact ya. Ngwano. Bye bye.